Ladies, feel free. Ask me any question you want to ask me.
Okay.
What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Henry Parker.
How old are you?
I'm 68.
What is one of your earliest memories?
What?
One of your earliest memories? Something you remember from maybe your childhood or
My childhood? One of my... Only when I was a child. I can never forget. Sunday, I went to church. Then one of the ladies, you know, in Africa, we always dress nice on Christmas days, when the occasion. Then one of the missionaries from America asked, look at me. He said, oh, Henry, you look so nice today. Then I say, yes, Mom. Everything I have on is new, except my underwear. So, yeah, that's one of my memories I will not forget.
what was your childhood like?
My childhood, it was very, very routine, very routine. You get up in the morning, you do your household chores, you dress real neat. Either your mom or your dad inspects you before you go to school. But here they don't do it. In my country, you have to look neat. Your shirt tucked on it, your hair properly combed, dress nice, they look at you. Then you go, and when you go to the school again, the teachers have to inspect you to see that you look nice. And most of the schools over there, we stay in a dormitory, in a boarding home, with a lot of other kids. That is how I grew up. Go ahead.
How did your family spend time together while you were growing up?
What, huh?
How did your family spend time together?
How do we spend time together? Well, actually, it depends on the different categories when you are growing up. You know, if you're in school, when school closes, when school is closed for any vacation, all the families will come together, spend the vacation together, do different things, the boys and the girls did. But when school reopens, everybody goes away. So we only get together when school closes. That's the time because we different age groups. And then most of the time, we don't get I did not get along too much with my sisters because in my culture, the girls they are responsible for most of the houses. So with the boys, when we get up, the first thing we do, we take shower. By the time we finish taking shower, our beds are made by our sisters. Then they prepare breakfast. They prepare breakfast for the family because they say when they get married, that is what they have to do for their husband. So that is how most of the time we do. But our sisters, sometimes they don't make our bed, so they get mad with us. They don't make our bed. And then they don't prepare breakfast.
How was school like?
Huh?
How was school? How do you think your school back then is different than what it is today? Like, what's something you remember from school?
From school? I went to different schools. I went to school in Africa. Like I said, the boarding home, most of the time, we stay in the boarding home. Because over there we have boarding home for elementary and high school. Then I finished high school in England. Then I went to college in Iowa, Northwest Missouri State University, and Drake University.
What kind of music, movies, or books did you enjoy when you were as you were growing up?
Huh?
Movies, books. What did you enjoy like listening to entertainment-wise?
entertainment, movies, whatever. I'm not too much into movies than music. I listen to a lot of music all the time. Um, but not too much. I don't watch too much movies. The only movies I watch mostly of the time is uh, classical movies, like British authors, Jane Eyre, Great Expectation, uh, Sound of Music. Do you watch movies?
Sometimes.
Okay, try. What grade are you now?
I'm in ninth grade.
Ninth grade. Try and watch Great Expectation, Jane Eyre. Try and watch Jane Eyre. You will love it. You will love Jane Eyre. It's spelled Eyre. Jane Eyre. It's a movie about a young lady who suffered a lot when she was going to school, but later on she overcame her obstacles. Then the other nice movie is Great Expectation. It's nice again.
Were there any big like artists
Huh?
when you were growing up? Any big famous artists, music artists when you were
I didn't
growing
hear
up?
you.
Were there any big like famous music artists while you were growing up?
Yes. It's an African artist. His name is Franco. Franco and the OPS. You know, sometimes I listen to nice, slow music, especially those British music. I listen to them, they're very, very nice. Like the Beatles, other groups that can sing nice, soft music. But all what you people listen to nowadays, I don't. You, rock, rocking up and down. Especially they make those sexual gestures. No. I hate that.
What were your favorite hobbies or pastimes when you were younger?
When I was younger,
Yeah, hobbies.
hobbies. But like scouting. We used to go scouting. Then we used to go around helping elderly people. Oh my God. Like somebody, an elderly person is mowing his lawn, we want to do lawn more for me, mow his lawn, help people. When we're going up, then, you know, when you are a foreigner everywhere, not only here, everywhere, you encounter a lot some prejudice. You ladies don't know what I mean by prejudice because maybe you've never encountered prejudice. Prejudice is when people look at you, you are not the same color, you are not the same face, then they form an opinion about you. You see, I encountered that a lot, especially when I was in college here. You know, my name is not an African name. My name is purely British name, Henry Parker. So whenever we take tests, because of my accent, they will keep my paper aside because why? They're looking for an African person. So one time the instructor in the university, he called all the papers, was looking for an African because I have an A. So later on, I have a paper here, but I don't know who it belongs to. Who is Henry Parker? I said, yes, sir. Oh, I'm impressed. I said, what do you mean you're impressed? That's an insult. Because I'm from Africa, I'm not academically competent. I have an A in your class. Then you tell me you are impressed? Impressed with what? You say, so that is some of the prejudice we have. Then the other one was in my computer science class. My roommates, whenever we take tests, we are taking computer science, we compare our results.
Yeah.
So I used to beat this guy in the class all the time, but he would get higher grade than me. So one time, I took his paper, I took my own paper, I took it to the head of department of mathematics. And this guy has been in Africa, he's a white man. He has taught in Africa university for a long time. Then I told him, I said, Dr. Kina, look at these two papers. Who do you think deserve an A? And he said, you, Henry. I said, well, look at them. So we went to the teacher who was teaching the class. The guy went there, the professor went there. I said, why do you have to give C to Henry and give A to this guy? He said, compare these two papers. You know what she said? He is a foreign student. He is an international student. I want him to study harder. Then the professor said, no, you cannot promise, you cannot punish somebody that way because you want the person to study harder. He said, I was in Africa, I taught too many years in Africa. He said, let me tell you what, this African student has smarter than our American kids. She cried. I'm serious. From that time now, she used to give me what I deserve. So, you know, those are some of the experiences I encountered.
How did you choose your career path?
Huh?
How did you choose your career path? Well, how did you choose your career path, like what you wanted to do as like a job?
Well, I was really wanted, I took my career because my part was, there was a development going on in Africa in sciences. So I wanted to study computer science and electronic engineering so that I can go back and help. But the problem I had was I did not have green card. So I have to hustle and get my green card and start to work.
So what was your first job?
My first job? Actually, my first job that I took for a long time was working for Greyhound bus line. Have you heard about Greyhound bus line? It's the largest ground transportation in America, Greyhound. From city to city, coast to coast. That was my first job. Then my job where I lasted and long was Harris County Juvenile Probation Department. That is where I worked a long time, and that's where I retired. I can look at a kid and tell what type of kid that is.
Oh,
You believe that? I worked with kids for over 20 years.
that's cool.
Troublesome ones, rascally ones, corny ones. So I studied everything about people from 10 years old to 18 years old. I know everything about them.
What was one thing you learned from working?
Huh?
What was one lesson that you learned from working? One thing you learned from your work life?
And from one thing I learned, the thing really I learned from my work life is that a lot of people, teenagers, young people, they need help. They are abandoned. You see, they are abandoned. Their parents don't care about them. Some of them, their parents are drunkard. Some of them, their parents are criminal. You know, some of the kids I used to, they tell me, Mr. Parker, I want you to take me home when I get discharged from jail. You know, juvenile jail? I said, it's not easy like that. You have to go through routine. There are a lot of, you see, some of you who are in high school, who are in college, some of you are very lucky. There are a lot of kids on the street, man, they don't have nowhere to go. They don't have the point of direction. And some of them, they commit crime. Not really, they want to commit crime, but they have to survive, they have to live. You see, they have to commit crime for their daily bread. So sometimes we sit down with them and talk and direct them in a way not to destroy their life. Because you start going to jail at the age of 10, 11, 12, 14. You are destroying your life, you are destroying your, you don't have a future. But some of them, it's not your fault. So if you have your parents guiding you, you should say thanks to God. But if you don't have any point of direction, you don't have any guidance, you can go astray. You know, two little girls, when they get discharged from jail, I think they were 16. I know you have a lot of questions. I'm going to answer. I said, you ladies, are you going back to your parents? They say, no, Mr. Parker. We're going to look for a part-time job in Nigeria somewhere. I said, how are you going to survive? Would that be enough for you? He said, yes. I said, how? He said, we don't buy groceries. You know, two of them, they're going to be honest. I said, how do you eat when you don't buy groceries? They said, all they have to hustle to get, you know, when you buy food, those grocery bags, where they put the food, it's what they gather and put it in the car and enter the store. So they're going to use all those old bags and put the food in there. You know why?
So they can take it.
Huh?
So they can take it to eat. So they can take it and eat it?
Yeah, but why? Why do they have to do it that way?
They don't have money?
Yeah, but why do they have to use the old grocery bags?
So they don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, so that when they go in through the door, they will feel that they have already paid for it. Because it is in a Kroger bag or Walmart bag, you know, in the cart in the hand. So when they see those Walmart, Kroger, or this, they feel that they have already paid for it. You see how poverty can make somebody smart? That is how they used to get their groceries all the time.
What were some values that were important in your community?
Huh?
What are some values that are important in your community? What are some values that are important in your family and community?
In my community, some of the values?
Yeah.
In my community. In my community, we help each other. Whenever somebody has something like radiation, the community comes together. Somebody's bereaved in my community. We get together, gather money, and take care of that funeral. Then sometimes we tutor kids that need help in school most of the time. Then our community is not like the American community. Our community, we don't have any visitors. What I mean, if you have a child who go to work, you drive and drop your kid in my house. You play with my own kids, they are happy. So that is how our own community will help each other.
How has your perspective on life changed over the years?
Huh?
How has your perspective on life changed?
Life change?
How's your perspective on life changed over the years?
One more time.
How has your perspective on life changed over the years?
Life changed over the years. It was not an easy. What I really learned for the life changes over the years is that don't ever give up. The water may be rough, the sea may be rough, there will be a lot of obstacles, but don't stop. Keep on going, keep on going. Life is not smooth. If anybody tells you that life is smooth, that person is lying. Big time. Life is not smooth. Sometimes become obstacles, but you have to jump over those obstacles and don't give up. Even in your house, sometimes life is not smooth with your parents because you want to do your own thing. They want to direct you. Then you get upset. You twist your mouth. You know if you want to. So you see, sometimes life is not smooth. Even when your parents are millionaires, you get upset with them, you know. Because you want to do certain things, but they want to direct you, put you on the right path for your own success, and you don't like it. Not everything kids like, we tell them. You want to go there and play with your friends, and say, no, do your studies.
What advice would you give to someone in their teens or 20s? What advice would you give to someone in their teens today?
Advice that I can give to
someone in their teens or their 20s today.
Like kids are not 20. Their kids are not what?
What advice would you give to someone in their teens or their 20s today?
In their teens and 20s today, that's the advice I can give is set a goal when you're 18 and work towards that goal. If you don't have any goal for the future, you're not going anywhere. You have to set a goal. No matter what, no matter things like that. Because teenagers, there are lots of temptation there on the street. You know, other people can influence you. Then when you don't follow them, they give you names. When you don't do what they are doing, you see that guy? You have to, as things, you have to set your goal. Women, girls, you are very, very vulnerable. Boys can never get pregnant. Or girls can get pregnant. If you are not prepared, you don't have any source of income, then you have a child. What is going to happen? Your life is correct because you are a child, then you have another child. You don't have any source of income. You understand? So the advice I can give to teenagers, especially girls, when this guy comes, hey man, what's going on with their pants and know them very well before you get yourself involved with them. Because the only thing they are going to bring to you are two things. Do you know what those things are? Pregnancy and disease. Those are the only two things, the only two gifts they can give to you. So when you are growing up as a young lady, be very, very, very careful. Very careful. Those boys are just seeking their own interest, not their own interest. They are just seeking their own interest. They say they come to you in all types and forms, trying, oh, you look pretty today. Thank you. Let him go his own way. Don't encourage him. You see? Girls are very vulnerable. You see, they are very, very, very vulnerable. You see, that is why ladies have to be careful. Have a plan for the future. Not only for today. After 5 years, how am I going to? What will I be doing? After 10 years, what will I be doing? After 15 years, what will I be doing? 20 years, what will I be doing? You have to plan and follow your own destiny. Your mother is not going to plan your destiny for you. They will help. Your father is not going to plan your destiny with you. They will help. They will help. But you yourself, you have to plan and decide your own destiny. You see? When you're in school, when you're in college, be careful. A lot of temptation is there. And then when you are 18, how old are you, sir? 15. That's the most dangerous age. When you have approached that womanhood, is very, very, very dangerous because you have hormone changes. And then sometimes the hormone can take over your thinking. Why can't I have sex? I'm over 15. But you know the consequences of doing that. You don't protect yourself. You know the consequences. You see? At that age 15, it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because temptation is always coming. It's not your fault. It's hormonal changes in the body. Your hormone changes because that's the child bearing into approaching. So that feelings are always there, but you have to control yourself. Take care of yourself. When the feeling comes, engage yourself in doing something else. You don't just yield to any nonsense boy, to any riffraff. You see? You do that, you're destroying your life. I mean, they don't care. They don't care. They can have 5 girlfriends, man. They don't care because they don't get pregnant. So, and then they don't have a job. They don't have anything. Where are you going to get your child support from? From your mom or dad? You see? So that is my advice I can give to any young lady. Any young lady, be careful, have your plans. I'm going to get my husband from college. I'm going to get my husband that is stable. Then you can raise your children in a very nice environment. Husband, wife, children. But you don't want anybody to point at you. Hey man, I have a child, but look at my baby mama. Is that a decent level baby mama? Baby dad? So I mean, that's the advice I can get to any young. I have gone through those days. I've gone through it. You people are too young. You don't know what is ahead of you. Somebody has to tell you the point of direction. At this age now, 15, you are still too young to make decisions. Well, somebody has to really be talking to kids. That's what I always say. I say these kids, they don't know what is on this. They don't know the consequences of some of the things they do. Somebody has to tell them. They don't understand. Some of the consequences, so that they try to deviate from certain things. I mean, a lot of temptation. And the boys, they don't care. Right? All they have to do, that immediate satisfaction, then they go and talk about it to the next boy.
What are some important qualities you would see in a good leader?
Some of the what important?
What are some important qualities of a good leader?
Of
a good leader.
Some of the qualities of a good leader.
Yeah.
One, you should lead by example. That's one of some of the qualities of a good leader, of good parents, of good everybody. You cannot put your children that, hey, you guys, you know I'm the leader of this family, you should follow what I tell you. Then, I don't want you to drink, I don't want you to smoke. Then the daddy come home drunk. Are you a good leader? You are not. You tell your husband to drink, but daddy coming home every night drunk. The quality of a good leader is set the best example. Do not deceive the people you deal with. Do not say that you are a good parent, a good teacher, or good. Then you don't follow what you teach. You don't follow what you preach. Just like one of the teachers said, cleanliness is next to godliness. But this teacher has not shaved for a long time. Then one of the students said, what an ungodly teacher you have. You have not shaved for one whole month. So you always do what you preach. Don't tell the teacher, don't do that, then you are doing it. You are not a leader. Maybe you are just there to make money. And a leader should always be tolerant for the people he's leading. Do not just drop on the kid and reprimand the person. No. Find out what is the cause. Find out what led to that. Then you can talk to the child about it. But a lot of people, the little mistake a child makes, they want to. Oh, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, including myself, have made a lot of mistakes. So, a good leader should always try to be patient, be tolerant. Then correct the person in a lovely manner. Do not punish. Sometimes we punish the kids, we are not correcting them. Correct them with love, not with harshness.
What does success mean to you?
Huh?
What does success mean to you?
What?
Success. What does it mean to you? Success.
Success?
Yeah.
It's what everybody is looking for. The success means a lot. Where we have success at different levels. You can be successful when you plan yourself, you're looking for a goal, you set a goal, then you reach that goal, you are successful. Then if you need change the life of anybody, that means you are successful. Success doesn't really mean money, million, whatever. those all don't mean anything. 5 cars in your garage, 5-bedroom house, that is not success. Did you help anybody? It doesn't matter what type of house you live in. It doesn't matter the type of car you drive. It doesn't matter how much money you have on the bank. The most important thing is, did you help one person in your life? If you help at least one person in your life, you are successful. A lot of people count success in wealth. Well, can you drive 2 cars at the same time? No. Can you drive 3 cars at the same time? No. Why are you living in 5-bedroom house, only you and your husband? It doesn't make sense. No, those are not success. I mean, success is when you're living peacefully within yours. That's success. Not how much money. Somebody can have $1,000,000 on the bank. Tomorrow, diagnosed with cancer. Next month, he dies. So, what did he do? What did he do with his whole life? That is not success. With all the money on the bank, it's not a success. Success is living a peaceful life, helping people. That is what success is.
How did you meet some of your closest friends?
Huh?
How did you meet some of your closest friends?
Some of my closest friends?
Yeah.
How did I meet them? In school, in college, one of my closest friends met her in college. In fact, that was my... How did I meet them? I met her in a maths class. What was it? Calculus class. We were taking calculus together. Then after the first test of the calculus class, there were only 2 people that have A. I was one of the persons that have A. Then another lady. But the guy, the teacher, A, 2 people, B, 5 people, C, 20 people. That is how you know to put on to know what category you are in. So this lady who was sitting behind me, she saw my paper. So she said, "Oh, you are one of the person that got A in the class?" I said, "Yes." "Can we study together?" I said, "Yes." That was my first girlfriend in America. So me and her, we studied together. Then, at the end of the course, both of us have A, because I was helping her and she was ready to listen. So both of us got A in that calculus class. That was my first girlfriend, even though it was very, very difficult, because I was very young and handsome and she was white. So, and where I was going to school was predominantly white. Iowa. You don't see black people there. So I told her, we don't have to go to cafeteria together, okay? We don't have to go to the library together, okay? I left Africa, I came here to learn, to study. I don't want to destroy my life. Don't come to my dormitory. I will not come to your dormitory. We don't have to go to cafeteria together. I don't want them to. Some teachers will flunk you for that, because they don't want that mixed couple business in schools, especially when you're an African. So that is how I met one of my friends. Then I met another friend. I can still remember his name, Mark Lansberger. He used to give me a ride to school when I came before I get to the dormitory. He used to give me a ride to school. That's how I met him. But he was a good. Let me say his Christian value was the one that was making him help me. And the mother and father, they were very, very nice people. There are some people, not everybody's praying this. There are some white people who are real nice. A lot of white people opened their houses to me when I was in Iowa. Because over there, to see black person is very important. You've heard about Iowa?
A little bit.
Iowa is in the Midwest.
Yeah.
The population there is about 85 to 90% white.
Oh.
very few black. Then one time, one of my experiences, I have a white friend. Then he said, Henry, I'm going to set you up today. I said, what do you mean? He said, you and my daughter are going to the grocery store today to go and do grocery. He said, when you come back, tell me how you feel. So, but the daughter was older than me, so she was the one that drove the car. We went to do grocery. There they were looking, some people hold their cat looking. I think they were trying to imagine, what is that young, beautiful white lady doing with that black eye? So when we went back to the house, the daddy asked me, Henry, how did you feel? I said, people were staring at me and say, yes. You know why? He said, most of them have never seen black people. They only see black people on TV. He said, that is why we are wondering, what are you doing with that beautiful white girl? So those are some of the experiences I have. But there are some white people, they are nice. Not everybody is bad. There are some nice ones.
How have your relationships changed over the years?
Huh?
How have your friendships and relationships changed over the years?
Change to what?
Changed over the years.
My ways?
Changed over the years. As you've grown up, how have your friendships and relationships changed?
Oh yeah, I've grown up a lot. Because it's a kind of long journey everybody goes through. At certain stage, you are a different person. At certain stage, you are a different person. But relationship changes with other people as you grow older and older and older. You see, there are certain stage you don't care. I mean, because it's not a problem, but you are not mature. As you grow, it changes according to age, according to family status, according to children. Of course, the children might change you completely. What is your next question? Did I answer that?
What do you think makes a strong family or community?
Make a strong family
Or community?
community. First, honesty. Strong family. Honesty. Is that for me? You see that? I'm loved by everybody here. You know, honesty can make a strong family. Especially when it comes to money. Your husband go and spend your money, comes to the house and lies. It will not build a strong family when there's no honesty. Honesty makes strong family and strong relationship. Be honest to your kids, be honest to your wife, be honest to other people, and community too. You're doing something in the community, be honest with them. So honesty can make a strong family and a strong. Don't cheat on your husband and come up in the house and lie. Where were you? Oh, honey, you know what? I had a breakdown. I have a flat. No, you ain't go no flat, man. You went to your girlfriend. You come here and lie. So that cannot make a good family. You understand?
What do you think younger generations can learn from older generations?
See that?
What do you think younger generations can learn from older generations?
My own generation. Rephrase my question. Go again.
What do you think the younger generations can learn from you guys?
The younger generation. Now,
What can they learn?
what can you learn?
Yeah, from you guys.
From you guys, I mean, in the first place, they do if you want to learn from us, because you want to learn from society. The young generation now, most of it is that there's no strong family tie. The kids are raising themselves now without a parent. The young generation right now, they follow the society that is raising them. Society, the type of music they listen to, the type of friends they keep. They feel that life has been like that. Life was never like that. The present generation, the younger generation, the present, they are now in, I can say they are now in trouble because they have a lot of things to learn, to live. You're very well adjusted. Yeah, Mr. Henkelman, how are you? How's everything?
You missed lunch.
I know I need lunch.
They said it, but
Look
there
at
you go.
Yeah, I got one there. You know, people look at
Are you speaking their language or what?
Well, we speak in the university language, we speak in English. They can't speak Swahili.
Swahili.
We've got a lot of people coming here who were from Ukraine, then Vietnam, a lot of places. You know, it's what's going on.
Swahili is a lingua franca.
Huh?
The Pope died today.
Oh, Pope Francisco died? Oh, what a sad news. So yeah, the president and national people, you really have to be very, very, very careful because there are a lot of distraction. You take this telephone. I love my baby mama. You say the music you listen to, this and that, this and that. I'm in love with this group. How can you be traveling in a car with your children in there? They listen to such a music. I'm in love with this group. Huh? Your children in the car. They listen to it. What do you think they want to do? Oh, daddy. If that is okay with daddy, it's okay with me too. I can do anything. Daddy can't say anything. So you, present generation, you have to be very, 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 very careful. Certain things, please don't listen to society. Let them call you all type of names. You know, if you go to university, you stay on the campus, you want to mind your own business, they're going to call you a lot of names. Once you don't mingle with them, they're going to call you a lot of names.
What are some major events that you remember living through?
Major?
Events you remember living through?
One more time.
What are some major events that you remember living through?
Advance?
Events
Events?
that you remember living through?
Living through? One of the major events I remember through living through. One of the major events I remember living through was, I can see major events, I can cite two. When I was a president of the student union in college. You know, when I was the president of a student union, you are between the faculties, you know, and the students. You represent the students to the college authorities. So, and the student wants you to do a lot for them when they put requests. We want you as a student union president to do. If you don't do it, they get upset with you. Then if you press it, the faculty, they feel that you want to run the university for them. Why is he trying to run the university? But the student putting pressure on you. Then the other one was International Student Union. Yes. At one time I was the president for International Student Union for all the international students. I can remember one of the ladies who was representing China from in the International Students Union, and I still remember her name, Miyuki Nakao. She was one of my assistants.
How was it like living without today's technology? How was it like living without today's technology?
Was that today's technology?
Without today's technology.
Better. Better. Because today's technology is not raising human beings. Today's technology is just raising living objects. They cannot think for themselves. They can't think for themselves. Everything is routine. Even your menu, the food you eat is routine. You can't think. You cannot. You ask a kid to multiply 6 by 5. It's going to look for a calculator. So people are not really learning. Everything is being made for you. And you know who made those things for you? people like myself, because I wrote a lot of programs, computer science programs, that they are now using in computers and even cell phones. When I was taking computer science, you write a program. That program can add any number. You write a program to do, let me say, quadratic equation. You don't know about quadratic equation. You know about it? That is why we who are taking computer science, they cannot allow you calculators in your class. In fact, the teacher will come close to you when you're taking your test. Because if they put a quadratic equation on the board or in the test, what do? You know the formula, from the computer. You just put it there, the program, just put the program there. If you come up with the answer. So, but you people don't do that. You don't do that nowadays. You don't do that. Even like log reading. If you're doing maths, log reading, most of you don't even know what log reading is. Because you just punch buttons, then the answer come up. Formally, you have to sit down and calculate to solve the log reading problem. Okay.
What's something you're most proud of? What is something that you're most proud of?
Something that I'm most
proud of.
Proud of? Something I'm most proud of is I've changed a lot of lives. That's what I'm proud of. I've changed a lot of lives. And then I'm proud of myself not ever engage in any self-defeating activities. I've never had a ticket. I've never been to jail. That is one of the things I'm really proud of myself for. Not get engaged in any self-defeating activity. Like they start to pull you over, drop, man. Hey man, what is going on? Come on man, leave me alone. I'm trying to get on. Those things. Try not to involve yourself in any self-defeating activity. Let me drive, man.
If you could give one piece of wisdom, what would it be?
One piece of wisdom, if I can give one piece of wisdom, keep a straight head. Always think ahead of what is, just like the fellow beginning today, I said, think of what is ahead of you. 5 years from now, what will I be like? 15 years from now, 10 or 20 now. That's one of the wisdom. Always keep that, be focused. Wisdom is be focused. Yes. Yes, please, I don't know. You see what I tell you? People love me, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. Keep focused. Keep focused on your life. You see? You cannot duplicate your life. There's no duplicate for life. It's not like you go to the hospital, they give you heart surgery, they will replace. Life is not like that. Once you mess it up, it's gone. Yeah, try not to mess up your life. Young ladies, that is my advice to you. Easily, your life, ladies, your life can be messed up easily. So try very hard not to mess up your life. And see that, oh man, I made a mistake. How can I correct it? There's some mistake you make, you can't correct it. You cannot correct it, it's too late. So that is always, before you do anything, think. Dangerous age. We are now the dangerous age. Before you do anything, you have to think. You come, hey, Miriam said, I like you. For what? What are you going to do with me? You like me? Why? You like me? I'm a young teenager. Keep away from me, man.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so happy you're talking to you ladies. I'm so happy talking. I've done it. I've worked with teenagers for a long time. I'm so happy. Sometimes the mistake you make is not your fault because nobody has ever talked to you about it. Yeah, it's not your fault. But keep focused. Then you can ask that boy there. That boy there. Whenever you need me, if you need me, my name is Henry Parker. Just ask that boy, he will give you my telephone number, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.